Okay, so good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
So did everybody watch my video presentation? So I'm glad to hear that everybody here watched my video presentation. So I've mentioned in my video presentation that my topic is actually the continuation of the presentation of Ms. Puduan, which is creating crafting a binary choice items. So, but the difference between my topic and hers is that my topic focuses on creating a binary choice item that will assess students' higher order thinking skills. So, is my topic clear or not so really? Is there anybody here who have any clarifications regarding my video presentation? So I guess there's no one. So let's start with my question. So makita sa likod or kung hindi, lapit na lang kayo dito. So the question is, are binary choice items commonly limited to assess only factual knowledge and cannot be used to promote critical thinking? Is the statement true or false? So, sino yung nagsabi ng false? So, Miss Putuan, can you give me a number? 10. So, from the back, count 1 to 10.
4, 5,
6,
7, 8.
9.
So, would you like... Okay, so would you like me to read to you again the question or makita ko siya?
Hindi ko alam.
Ibasahin ko ulit. So the question is, are binary choice items commonly limited to assess only factual knowledge and cannot be used to promote critical thinking? Is the statement true or false?
False.
So you said your answer is false, right? So you're saying that binary choice item can be used not just only for factual knowledge, but we can also use it to for promoting critical thinking. So that's what you're trying to say, right? So can you tell me how will you construct a binary choice question that will assess a higher order thinking skills ng mga bata?
I'm going to, di ba ang binary choices kay dalawang na lang. Yung sa isang item, may dalawang
Wrong choices.
choices.
Yes.
I'm going to, yung dalawang choices I'm going to construct it abstract so that the students will not guess from the choices. Parang magkakaroon na yung answers na walang clue, parang plausible.
Okay. So you've mentioned the word abstract. So when you say abstract, di ba kasi parang may deeper meaning siya. So what do you mean by abstract? Can you elaborate that? Kasi parang vague siya na idea.
So, gamit ako ng abstract na words para mas mapaisip yung mga students na if connected ba yung word or yung answer doon sa question.
Abstract words, can you give me an example? What do you mean by abstract words?
Like mga
Okay, actually you can call a friend.
si Paul.
Good afternoon, everyone. Dark afternoon. To promote critical thinking in a binary set of assessments, you can actually add a wine. Diba? So for example, they're going to ask a binary question with an answer yes and or no, and then right after that you can ask why. It can trigger their critical thinking and get the response on how they got the answer.
Okay, thank you, Paula. So it is a very good answer. Actually, in binary items, you can use the question why after asking the true or false question. It is for you to assess the justification and reasoning of your students so that they will develop a higher order thinking skills. So let's proceed to the next question. So we have here, describe strategies that will make true or false question more sustainable for assessing analysis and application skills. Paolo, can you give me a number or letter?
One.
I know, because start tayo ka-bigyan mo.
So confident.
Can you please answer the question? You want to be creative? So, no, it's not a true or false question. So the question is, describe strategies that will make true or false questions more sustainable for assessing analysis and application skills.
Okay, so one strategy is when you're making binary question, you construct the question carefully, thoughtfully, so that the students will, so that you as a teacher, you will assess the higher thinking level of students.
So when you say constructing it carefully and thoughtfully, so can you elaborate? Like, paano na, when you say parang specific na step na you can suggest if you are trying to create a better question na for higher order yung question na yun.
Step 1.
So hindi siya step by step. What I'm trying to say is like aspect na you should consider if you are trying to create a higher order thinking.
Consider in making question, consider the mga instructors, like,
Okay, so yes, it is thinking. So it is also important that we should consider the structure in creating a binary choice item. Since you all know that in binary choice, there is a 50-50 chance that a student might get the answer right or wrong. So kailangan din natin yung i-consider. So anybody, another answer? I want to hear another answer now. So, Tara, can you give me a number?
3.
So starting from somebody. 1. I can shy. So I can answer the question.
Describe strategies that can make true false question more suitable for assessing the analysis and application skills. So, in my own opinion, some strategies like to make true or false suitable for assessing analysis is dapat yung question is nakafocus sa specific topic or criteria na gusto mong i-assess sa kanila. And then,
So what Ate Michelle is trying to say is actually one of the aspects that we should consider in creating a binary choice in order to assess higher order thinking skill. And that aspect is called question framing. So when we say question framing, it is where you create a question that wherein you will be, that question will be the basis on how you want your students to think. So let's say, for example, if you want your student to, if your goal is to assess their higher order thinking skills or to develop their higher order thinking skills, syempre, yung question framing mo dapat naka-align doon sa upper level, sa higher order thinking skills na nasa Bloom's taxonomy. So everybody, clear ba yung explanation?
Yes.
Okay. So let's proceed to our activity. So the activity that we have here is, so can anybody read the directions?
Directions. Carefully read each binary assessment question provided. For each item, determine whether it assesses higher order thinking skills or lower order thinking skills based on Bloom's taxonomy. Write HOTS if the question promotes analysis, evaluation, or creation, and BLOTS if it only requires remembering, understanding, or applying. Be ready to justify your answers.
Okay, so we have an activity during my video presentation, right? So, in that, what we're going to do today is that we're going to discuss your answers, if it is correct or if it is wrong. So, Nikki, number. Let's start off. Two. Yaman. Let's start kay Paolo. Start ka.
What?
No, kay Paolo mag-start, so ikaw ang number 2.
So, ako mag-answer.
Yes. So, what is your answer in question number 1?
Lots.
So, can you tell me how can you
Because, basa mo. Water is composed of hydrogen and oxygen atoms. Yes or no? In the given statement, it only focuses solely in the understanding level of the student because it only determines the composition of the water. It does not assess or kumbaga hindi niya yung mga higher order thinking skills, hindi siya i-analyze, hindi siya ga-evaluate, hindi po siya ga-create. So possible that the answer would be in the lower order thinking skills because composed lang, composition naman yung inaas. So probably mabilong siya sa remembering or sa understanding na level.
So, wait lang. So, kumbaga, you're saying it's just your college, simple
Yes,
knowledge. So, in the video presentation that I have, I've discussed there the aspects that we should consider in creating a higher order thinking skills. So, which among those aspects do you think that we will use in order to improve this statement or question? Saan doon sa 6? Kasi di ba meron tayong avoid simple recalling,
Yes.
we have question framing, we also have the real life application. So, saan doon sa
Simple recalling. Mabilong yung simple recalling.
So, yun siya yung pinakonsider mo na aspect na we should consider to improve this
Opo.
kind of thing. Okay, precisely. So, thank you very much. So, skip na lang natin yung 2 at saka 3. Let's discuss the number 4 and number 5. So, anybody here who would like to answer? So, voluntary naman. So, wala. Si Dara daw.
So, number 4 is the Earth revolves around the Sun in 1 year. Yes or no? So, just like the number 1, it's just simple evolving because since elementary, we already tackled about gaano katagal na ganito ang Earth. So, it is just simple evolving. Valid the first.
Okay, sa aspects of dividing yung first. So can you tell me like a strategy or something that we can do in order to improve that kind of statement?
Maybe you can ask some questions na related din sa Earth, like what time does the like yung sa monsoon good, like if you have this monsoon, anong mangyayari sa season ng Earth, and so parang
Analyzing.
Yeah, sir. So baga yung tinatanong is like siya, justification or reasoning ng mga students.
Yes.
They're trying to okay. So thank you, Sonara. So, in order to improve that kind of statement, we can also use yung usually na ginagamit naman, which is modified true or false. So, we are familiar with that, right? So, in binary questions, in order for us to, it is okay actually to alter kung baga may changes ka na gawin or may idagdag ka sa binary choice question and ang mga items na ginawa mo. It's okay. It was mentioned by Paolo earlier na you can add a UI question, right? So that's okay as long as nakafocus pa rin yung main purpose mo sa binary question. Those questions are actually for you to assess the reasoning skills of your students only. And kumbaga sila yung serve as follow-up questions na lang yun sila. But still, we are still focusing on the binary questions. And also, I think that's all. So, in number 5, we would like to answer the question if it is a hot or locked. So, Sandara, can you give me a number?
15.
15 daw. From the back.
1, 3,
5, 6,
8,
10,
14.
Ay,
ang
Plus
taras
one na lang.
Plus
Okay. So, Rasta, what is your answer in number 5? Hats. Can you tell me why?
Kasi designing a solar power my creation na doon which is the designing some higher organization skills. And then yung sa aspect na sinabi mo doon sa video mo, meron doon yung use a question with context of real world application. And then,
Okay, so that is actually correct. The aspect that this question actually considered is the real world application. So in kasi if you are trying to address a So in addressing a real world application, diba, we all know that we are going to use analysis if we are trying to solve a problem related to real life situations. And also the thing that we should consider is that we should start with a complex problem or complex content. And we all know that in this statement particularly, there is already a complex context na nandyan. And yung question framing niya is nakaangkla sa higher order na nasa Bloom's taxonomy. So, let's proceed to our second activity. Actually, nabasa na ito sa akin. So, yung gawin ko na lang dito, since nakagawa na kayo, you were able to construct your own binary questions. So, what I'm going to do is to ask you a follow-up question regarding how did you make your own binary questions. So, the questions that we have here, so did writing binary choice items help you better understand the difference between lower and higher order thinking skills? How so? So, anybody who would like to answer? Mr. Kamayan, can you please answer the question? Yes.
Did writing binary choice items help you better understand the difference between lower and higher order thinking skills? How so? Yes, kasi it will point me out na just simply putting out or crafting the sentences or statement without application of the guidance that you have presented in your video presentation. Yeah, it points me out na ganito pala kapag lots lang. Ito pala kapag hats, kapag when you begin with a complex statement, then you apply that, then okay, dito matakas yung knowledge ng mga bata pa. For me.
Okay, so any other answers? How about Miss Pantaleon? Would you like me to read the question?
Yes, because when you write the binary choice items, we can identify if it enhances or it comprehend the thinking, the lower thinking, and higher thinking skills of the students. Kasi kapag sa paggawa ng item, like constructed yung mga mga question, ma-identify natin kung may understanding ba yung student sa mga topic.
No follow-up questions? So last question is, how did this activity change the way you view binary question items in terms of their potential to challenge thinking? So, just start again. Can you please answer the question?
How did this activity change the way you view binary choice items in terms of their potential to challenge thinking?
So it helps para sa akin na
na topic ko, it helps me to create the question related to higher order thinking skills, and it helps me to evaluate if this question is related or swak ba siya sa higher order thinking skills.
Okay, so thank you very much. So thank you everyone for your cooperation. That ends my
Can you open flash your first slide?
first slide, ma'am.
Alright, how can we improve the binary question?
How can we improve this better question na? We can, we can use, yung modified true or false, and determining which term is, parang kailangan na, which term is, which term needs to be improved doon sa question.
Okay, try to observe that, okay? Observe the question, observe the response. May nakikita ba kayo area for improvement dyan sa question na yan? Length ng question, so you think it can be more concise, the question? Okay, nandun na pala sa taas. Length. Are binary choice items commonly limited to assess only factual and cannot be used? So, do you have any suggestion how you can shorten that?
Two portion of it, at saka yung hindi natin the urbanized item only limited to assess factual knowledge, or urbanized item can be used to promote information.
Okay. Alright, so pwedeng wala na yung kung saan. Pwede ba focus na lang sa first part or sa second part? Meron ka? Nataas ka ng mga ito? How else can you improve that?
Pwede din po, is it possible for binary choice items to promote critical thinking?
Okay, is it possible for binary choice items to promote? Alright, sige. So, notice the response. Appropriate ba yung true or false as a response?
Yes.
Based on the guidelines that were taught to us last, kailan sino nagturo yung binary? Johanna. Anong guideline ang nag-violate yan pagdating sa response?
Number 1, write the item first before the response. Tapos number 2, dapat isang claim lang sa isang item. Tapos yung avoid using the word or the only kasi nagiging clue siya sa answer.
Okay. How about the response?
So that
True or false ba ang appropriate na response dito or hindi? Ano dapat ang
Yes, yes.
yes or no or
Okay. Alright. So the response should logically follow the statement or the stem, the item. So since it is a question, logical lang na ang response niya ay yes or no, hindi true or false. Kung true or false type ng statement ito, like binary items are commonly limited to assess factual knowledge. Kung ganun ang statement natin, pwede ang true or false. Pero kapag nag-R tayo, so tandaan nyo yun na, it's just, we're just trying to, anyway, dapat i-apply natin yung mga tinuro natin. Okay? Pati yung word na only dyan, no? Tama ba? Okay, kasi kapag sinabi mo, kapag may only ka dyan, naturally, false na agad. Yung mga word na only, always, anong tawag natin doon? absolutes, the absolute determiners. Iiwasan nga din natin yung mga sometimes, di ba? Usually. Alright? Pero last time, yung word na tends to, pwede acceptable yun. Magkano yung example?
High students.
High IQ students tend to have high grades in their subjects. Alright, sige. I'm not sure kung na-discuss ito doon sa video natin, yung identifying or differentiating facts from opinion. No? That's a binary na nasa higher level thinking. Fact ba ito or opinion? Saang subject ninyo yan? Yung tinuro sa inyo yung identifying or differentiating facts from opinion. Saan niyo yung natutunan? Sa English class niyo ba yan? English? No? Yeah, so sa English class, nasa higher level yan. Diba? You have to analyze. Nasa analysis level actually yung ano na yun. You have to analyze, ito ba, fact ba siya, or nagsasabi siya ng opinion. You have to connect ideas in a statement for you to be able to determine if it's fact or opinion. Meron ding, halimbawa, cause ba ito or effect? Yeah, binary din yun. Identify or tawag na dito, indicate if the statement is a cause or an effect of something. Okay? So, ang point natin dito class, ang binary, una sa lahat, hindi lang true or false, marami. Alright? Pwede nga, halimbawa, mamaya ituturo sa atin. Identify whether these statements or essay items are restricted or extended. Yun ba ang activity? Okay, so pina-activity yata sa inyo yun. Identify restricted ba or extended. So that's another binary item na nasa a relatively higher level na thinking. Okay, sige, let's give a hand to our teacher. Now, let's go to our last topic for today, which is
You got the charger. You got the charger.